Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We got some clue to do along with the Fortnite blog, but first, you probably saw me retweet this earlier today, but as a reminder, because I will probably remind you again, let me throw this over here, and hope Firefox decides to pick the right one, though. It does not. Hey, Doom6. Of course it doesn't pick the right window. Never picks the right window. It never picks the 50-50 correctly. Never. Never does. As a reminder, Team Ryder and Bluefin are doing another Ryder week for the 50th anniversary of Ryder. Doing good, Doom6. It'll be April 3rd through the 10th on all of their social media stuff. So their YouTube, Periscope, all that stuff that they've been doing. But I assume the usual sort of live streams that they've been doing for Ryder. What's curious is the wording of movie premieres, plural. Normally we only ever get one movie premiere out of, or one thing out of this, but since we're getting multiple things, yay. Yay, yay. I don't know what they would do. So help me if they do a Spring Tyson film, I'm gonna fucking flip out. Because I'm just like, no. I don't need to watch any of those Spring Tyson films again on a third viewing. Please, no. But I guess the premieres will be on the Toei Toku channel, which, hey, if you remember what happened to Ghost, the Gaim solo film last time, maybe save the movie once it's over, once it's premiered, because it probably will disappear after a while. Anyway, quick Soto blog, because it's not the most interesting, because, hey, they're doing Primitive Dragon. Looks cool. And they're doing fucking icy hot Elemental Dragon. They look pretty cool. They're even doing the alternate Lion Senki stickers for when the time he shoved that book in there. But Elemental Dragon, it is dripping with paint. Like, let me find where is the... This is the unstickered photo. As you can see, this thing is dripping in paint. Mainly because they had to mold it in all this, like, dark... Well, this kind of, like, brownish color. Yeah, they both look good. They're gonna both be in Book 7 when it comes out. In May, I think? May, yeah. But yeah, it's Saber stuff I'm not super interested in, so I'm just like, hey, it's these two things where I'm moving on. I just feel like playing some Clue tonight. I'm gonna skip this one. And this one. I'll take this one. Just doing some Clue for about an hour or so. Then at about 10 o'clock-ish Eastern, my podcasting partner and longtime friend, but Epsilon, will hop on. We'll do TGSR for the week, where we talk just a show we've been watching on a weekly basis. Tonight we are ending... we're talking about the last 4 episodes of Kamen Rider Dragonite. Next week we start the Transformers Beast Wars series. That is actually free on Tubi. And associated, I think. Well, no, I think it's only on Tubi because Hasbro only puts their Cool. Fucking dice roll right there. God damn it. But yeah. We'll do that. We'll probably talk probably an hour or so. Usually is how long TGSR is at the current moment. Unfortunately, we only really have 3 episodes to talk about because the last episode is a fucking recap episode. Because of course the last episode of the series is a recap episode that I forgot about. Or better yet, I didn't know. God damn it. So we're really talking 3 episodes and like a 5-minute epilogue. Eh. Alright, so we got like dining car in glass. Is there 50-50 on that? Potentially, so. I probably reiterated on TGSR, but we're doing all of Beast Wars before you ask. We are doing the full 3 seasons since that's the only way we can break it down into a good 4-episode or into 4-episode chunks without having a weird like left off 2 episodes, I think. If we just did like season 1 or season 1 and 2. Plus, Beast Wars is on the short side. Because I think it's only... I think like 30 some odd episodes in total. Actually, no, I think it's 40 some odd episodes in total. I forget the exact count. I did the math like last week, but I've forgotten the math since then. But it'll be nice to revisit Beast Wars again for me, because the last time I watched Beast Wars was actually just a few years ago, because I have Shout Factory, coincidentally enough, Shout Factory's release of Beast Wars. Their 3-season collection, or their 3 individual season collections. I watched it all through those. Okay, Scarlet. Sure. Yes, Beast Wars, the classic, the original, the one from the 90s. There's not really another Beast Wars. Unless we're talking, I guess, Beast Machines, which we are not doing, because... no. I don't have any real hard memories of Beast Machines, and there's probably a reason why. Even though Beast Wars was my introduction to Transformers. Beast Hunters. That's one of the seasons of Prime, right? I'm trying to think. Is that what it was called? That was like the last-ish season of Prime. Of Transformers Prime. Okay, yeah. Yeah, not Prime. We are not not talking about episode 1, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being Cliffjumper and immediately dying. Okay, Scarlet, you just made this game incredibly interesting. So we have a suspect and weapon now. Yeah, Cliffjumper in Transformers Prime was voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for exactly 1 episode, and then he died because they could not afford Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't know why he was Cliffjumper, but he was. It's one of the weird things about Transformers Prime. Well, like, we have Well, no, not that weapon. That weapon. Well, we have the suspect in the weapon. We might as well start guessing locations. Start guessing that in locations, because now it's just a race to see who gets the location first. Because I'm pretty sure it's not Barbershop, otherwise Scarlet would have won the game, unless she's a bot, which, as I have found out the other day, or last week, the online bots in Clue are stupid. Like, stupider than the proper AI of this game. Like, the AI in Clue is brutal. Even on, like, an easy difficulty. They are not afraid to just, like, sweep you and be done. Well, bear in mind, Peter Cullen is a part of the franchise. Like, they can afford Peter Cullen because he just takes a paycheck and just goes, oh yeah, I have a steady job. That's called being Optimus Prime forever. Yeah, they can afford Peter Cullen because he probably goes, you just have to pay me my usual, and that's it. Oh yeah, I'm sure Peter Cullen's voiced other stuff, but like, he will always be the first call for Hasbro to be like, hey, you want to come play Optimus Prime in this new thing we're doing? Well, I can't say no. I have nothing that says no. And that's not Concourse. Of course, when I say they couldn't afford the rock, they probably could have, but they just didn't feel like it. That's fine. Yeah, Hasbro is kind of being dickheads, especially if you look at what they're doing to Power Rangers at the moment. Yeah, we took all of Power Rangers, or most of Power Rangers, off Netflix, and they're now uploading it slowly, like episode by episode, from random seasons up to, I think, like one of their 2 YouTubes, or like some specific YouTube. So like, hey, you wanted to watch a Power Ranger season officially? I've got bad news. Only like the last like 4 seasons of it are up on Netflix anymore. And then like, I think the revised version of, no wait, was it the revised version of MMPR from like the 2000s, or is it the original MMPR? I don't remember. Oh yeah, they killed Prime in the original series, but he came back, he got better. He shrugged it off. And yeah, Hasbro owns Power Rangers, which has been a wonderful time. Especially as someone on the outside looking in at Lightning Collection. No, he got revived proper, from what I remember from summaries of, like, the original G1 series. Like, yeah, there's an episode where he is zombie. But, like, after that, there's an episode where he's revived proper, because Hasbro decided that kids needed to not be traumatized anymore about Prime being dead. Because I love the story about that in the G.I. Joe movie at the time, where they're like, oh yeah, in these 2 movies, we're going to kill off the main characters of Optimus Prime in Duke. In back-to-back animated movies of our main properties. Oh, that's a bad thing? Okay, fine, we won't kill Duke. But we will kill Prime. Because that's fine, right? Like, you like your new Prime. You like Rodimus, right? You like your new cast of characters. After we slaughtered about a dozen characters in the movie. Because don't forget, Prime's not the only one who died in that movie. Several other mainstays, I believe, died in that movie as well. Some horrifically, because they're robots. We are allowed to be graphic with them because they're robots. They're not people. It's fine. The War for Cybertron stuff? I've been watching that, like, whenever they decide to put out a new season, and just been like, alright, I'll throw this on and see how it goes. Oh. A second, mark that off. Well, that's all of Mustard's cards. Oh my god, I cannot. My mouse is giving me double clicks. Oh, Hot Rod, yeah. Like, everyone says Hot Rod's good, I don't know. My first encounter with a Hot Rod of some kind was his appearance in Energon. Oh god. Okay, look. If your name is not Prime, Bumblebee, or really just those two, you're not really anything if you're an Autobot in one of the Transformers movies, to be honest. You're kind of there to be a toy to be sold and not a character, because, like, we haven't had a good Transformers movie until, like, honestly, the Bumblebee movie. Shit. I think I just lost. Look, I'll be honest, I stopped caring about the Transformers movies as, like, actual legitimate movies after 3, in all honesty. Like, once they hit a certain number, I was just like, okay, I'm just kind of bored with these movies. Like, I remember watching 4 in theaters and just being like, I'm bored. I'm bored. We've done this. We've done this several times over. I'm bored now. And then 5 was just like, hey, what if we teased the thing that Unicron was in Prime, because we require the big plot. Yeah, making Prime a knight is just one of those, like, okay, sure, we're running out of ideas here. I am still just eyeballing the fact that they're supposed to be doing a Beast Wars movie. Like, it's something in production, and I have seen concept art of, who was it? I saw concept art that was done by someone. Oh, when he was, like, heel for a hot second as Nemesis Prime? Yeah. It's just... yeah, Unicron being Earth, yeah. I was just like, wait. This is Prime's plot. This is Transformer Prime's plot. Like, what? What are you doing ripping off Transformers Prime for your big sequel bait? Fuck off. No. You just don't want to do giant robot in space. Cowards. Cowards, I call you. You just don't want to make a giant robot who turns into a planet. But yeah, no, there was that. Kind of. Yeah. But, I think it was GDR. I've seen concept art for, like, what was, like, is either supposed to be a Beast Wars movie or something else. And I was like, no. Please, no. Oh, I can't be with Scarlet anymore. Boo. What, Unicron was Earth in G1? Was that? I'm pretty sure that wasn't a thing. I thought Unicron was just floating destroyer of planets in space. Bear in mind, as far as I'm aware, Michael Bay is not tied to a Beast Wars anything. I don't think he's even tied to a Transformers anything movie-wise these days. I thought it was just a thing for, like, the Prime series and whatever counts for a line continuity these days. I may be wrong. I don't know. I've never seen G1. Okay, now I'm confused. I think I have... That is probably something in a G1 thing I have not heard about at all, so that is news to me. You know what, Rose? Gun. Because why not just keep guessing gun? I was about to say, I know Starscream... I don't know if Starscream... Yeah, I know Starscream dies in G1 because of Beast Wars, although I think Beast Wars is... gives a different story, but it's Starscream telling the story, so he could just be full of bullshit, which makes sense. Because I think in Beast Wars, if I remember the episode correctly, because it's a Season 1 episode, he says Unicron killed him. But if I recall correctly... Galvatron kills him? Actually? So, like, technically he's right, but also technically he's full of shit. But it's Starscream, he's always full of shit. Oh wow, he gets my entire hand. Or like half my hand. Okay. I will be honest, I don't remember much of anything from any of the Transformers movies anymore. I think I remember the general plots, but I don't think I remember enough of them to actually care about what happened in them. But I'm trying to think, is it 4 or 5 where Megatron gets his, like, Suicide Squad group of Decepticons together to go hunt down, like, fuck. Marky Mark. I don't remember. I don't remember which movie that is. I think that's 4? It might be 4? It might be 5 too. Fuck if I remember. Oh, is it 4? Okay, good. I was just like, I don't remember. I don't remember when they're just like, yeah, you know that time when we said we killed a whole bunch of Transformers? What if we didn't? What if we just locked up a bunch of them and then introduced them like the Suicide Squad movie did, like the second time around? No, it's not the KSI drones. It's these bunch of Decepticons that were locked up in jail, and Megatron, like, negotiated their release for some reason with, like, a lawyer? And that was, like, 5 minutes of the movie? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not hallucinating or misremembering. I'm like, no, that thing fucking happened in one of these goddamn movies. They went and looked at Suicide Squad and went, what if we did a scene from that? Because, you know, Suicide Squad is a wonderful, amazing movie, and it's not at all, like, hot fucking garbage. Okay, it is 5. It's like, whoa. Yeah, it's not like Suicide Squad. It's just this wonderful, amazing movie that isn't at all hot fucking mixed bag of garbage of like 2 different movies they slammed together in hopes of getting it out the door. Because Suicide Squad starts twice for reference. Yeah. I think that's the only thing I remember from T5 outside of the one girl with her like with her like mascot transformer that couldn't transform and did nothing, and she pretty much did nothing for most of the movie. And oh yeah, they got that one guy back from like the first like couple of movies for a little bit, and I don't remember what else. Oh yeah, that's the one with the King Arthur stuff and not Sam, the white military guy. I can't think of his name. Yeah, no, it wasn't Sam Witwicky. They got, I can't even remember his name. I can't remember shit from Transformers, to be honest, in a lot of details. But they got him back in 5 to be military man again for like half the movie. Because reasons. There's that. The Dinobots are here, but they're fucking useless and they do nothing because after making them important in 4, they are now not important in 5 because that's how this franchise works in terms of movies. Wonderful. I think Grimlock tries to eat a car and then he spits it out. I think I'm actually starting to remember more of these Transformers movies now that I talk about it. God. Also, it doesn't help. Lennox! Yeah, that's his name. Lennox. Yeah, he came back for 5. Because I guess they dropped a barrel of money at his front doorstep and is like, come back, please. And he's like, sure. I've got nothing better to do. Can I get an El Kabong? No El Kabong? No mustard, okay. Well, I'm down to 2 cards. Unknown for Scarlet, so... At some point, I will stop having guesses land on her and be able to land guesses on White at this point. Yeah, Linux honestly was like one of the better parts of Transformers 1. It was. It's slightly off topic, but I've seen talk about game preservation today because, for reference, folks, if you have anything you want to get off the PlayStation 3 storefront, you might want to do it relatively soon, because those storefronts are getting shut down soon, which means all the content on there will become unavailable. Okay, I don't know about 2. 1 and 3 probably are okay. 2, I think, unfortunately, is a bit of a clusterfuck. Probably doesn't help that was done during the writer's strike, and they had no script for that. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's news that happened today, and I was just like, well, this sucks. Yeah, Prime died. Honestly, I think the best part of 2 is, like, his fight scene where he died. And then, like, him having Jetfire's dead corpse slammed onto him for a quick fight scene with the Fallen. Unfortunately, otherwise, I'm just like, wow, D2 is just meh. Yeah, the Matrix is in there as this weird pointy thing that is... It's apparently a key to a doomsday weapon, which... of course it is. I don't know, something about 2 feels like it was just a throw shit at the wall and we just go make a movie because we gotta get this out the door for time. Kind of movie. That gets me Orchid as suspect and weapon. Or, no. "50-50 on location." Honestly, the G1 Matrix, like, works. course, I still remember this because it's like a weird bit of trivia with Beast Wars where they technically fucked up in Beast Wars because they depicted the Matrix as also doubling as Optimus's spark, which is wrong. Technically, those are two separate things. That is an accidental goof on their part, and they never went back and fixed it. Or they didn't realize it was an issue until, like, way late into production. It was just like, oh, oops. Alright, this is Beast Wars Season 3. So, this is by the time that... So, if you don't want spoilers for Beast Wars when we watch it in the next few weeks, close your ears for 5 minutes. So, Beast Wars, the twist is, like, for the longest time, you're supposed to assume that they're on just an alien planet because of all the weird shit going on. Well, by the time we hit Season 3, I think it's Season 3 or Season 2, I forget which season, they reveal that the golden disc that Megatron had that led, or Beast Wars Megatron, let me clarify, Beast Wars Megatron had that led him to this planet that everyone assumes was for Energon, wrong. It led him through the warp they did to prehistoric Earth, to after the Ark crashed. Because Megatron's big plan was, well, the Predacons, like, more or less aren't treated well because the Autobots won the war. What if I go back in time and say, fuck that, and blow up Optimus Prime? And say, fuck the timeline. That's what happens, I believe, at the cliffhanger at the end of Season 2. The Maximals have, like, an episode to fix this, because Prime is in stasis lock at this point. But his spark won't survive the surgery to repair him. So Primal takes his spark into himself, and that gives him Optimal Optimus. Now, the error I spoke of is when they open Optimus's chest, you see the Matrix leadership, but in the center of the Matrix is Prime's spark. Because they accidentally made the two the same thing, instead of separate things. Oops. Oh well. So that's why Optimus goes from, like, his transmetal monkey form to big giant monkey robot thing that is like twice the height of every cast member in Beast Wars. Because this also revealed that the Maximals and Predacons are, like, human-sized compared to, like, proper, like, the Autobots and Decepticons that are, like, full robot-sized. Also, later on in Season 3, Beast Wars Megatron deciding that, Optimus got him a fancy upgrade when he decided to shove Prime's spark into him. What if I decide to shove my predecessor's spark into my chest? I wonder what will happen. Turns out, I become Big Giant Dragon. Because... And then you get the rest of Beast Wars where they, put everything back in place so that G1 Transformers happens. Yeah, like I said, the whole, like, Prime Spark and the Matrix being one and the same is an error on their part, and I think it was more or less them just trying to simplify things down because they didn't want to deal with the whole, like, here's the Matrix, and his spark is underneath. It's just like, well, we just make them one and just be done. Or just, like, we just need sparks. We just need Prime Spark in Primal so that we can, like, keep going. And Megatron being a big giant dragon, I just assume is just well, we gotta sell this toy of the Beast Wars Megs being Big Dragon. What if it's just the same thing? Like, I will say, Beast Wars is not perfect, but it is still pretty good. And honestly, holds up, like, pretty well for being one of the early, like, 3D CG shows. I liked it. It honestly got me more interested in Transformers movies of this style. Like, instead of us having, like, 14 Transformers, half of which don't matter in this movie, like, having it being narrow-focused, like, there's, what, like, 3 proper Transformers in the movie, 4 if you count the one that gets, like, killed at the start of the movie. Like, obviously, besides, like, the prologue. Like, there's 3 Transformers. They're the only ones that super matter. Like, it works. Because it does character stuff. And we could use more of that in the Transformers movies, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's kind of something we're missing. I don't know if they'll ever follow it up, because knows what their plans are for, like, Transformers movies or like that, G.I. Joe and all that, since they got that one entertainment group under their umbrella now. I mean, just besides the G1 style, like, even if, like me, you're not the biggest fan of G1, like, it works. Like, they just went, what if we just did the Transformers as what people knew them as and just worked from there? Yeah, the opening prologue, like, worked. And it was really good. And I just kind of look at it and go, you know you'll make money if you make an hour 30 minute version of that, right? Yeah. Like, you'll make money if you do that. Just saying, Hasbro. I know it's hard. Because you decide to give Rooster Teeth, like, 2 strings and a ball of cotton as a budget to do the War for Cybertron trilogy. And they are trying really hard to get that to work. I'm getting nowhere fast on this. Because I have watched, like, well, thanks. This is usually what happens with Clue, since Clue is, I can kind of autopilot Clue. Like, if you just want to talk about whatever, that's just how it's going to be, because, like, I can autopilot Clue. I won't win like I want, but I can autopilot it. Especially since I only have to super pay attention for, like, 2 minutes at a time in this game. Let us meme and probably get nothing. And we get a location, of course. Of course, once we wrap up with Beast Wars, I have to figure out what we're gonna do, because I'm just like, okay. It's like, we're pretty much waiting on like Shout Factory, Team Writer, Toei, whoever, to give us a writer series to watch officially. Which we don't super have to, because I found a way for us to do like TGSR without having to worry about third-party sites and this, that, and the other. So that both me and Tommy, Rampant Epsilon, who I do the podcast with, to be able to watch the stuff. I have had the dumb idea of, well, the Armada trilogy is a part of my childhood. I know we did Cybertron, and I kind of broke on the second episode of Cybertron that we watched, like, way back in the day. And it was only the last 5 minutes of the episode with the, like, this nutty explanation of, like, the basis of Cybertron, of the Cyber Planet keys and all this shit. I was just like, how the fuck did you get all this from a t-shirt? Sir, get back here. I think you're just reading the script. Well, what broke me about it is they fly. I think it's like a 2-minute conversation, and they blow through so much stuff. I'm like, what the? Wait, what? Wait, how did you get all? Wait, what are we talking about? Because I think it went from a picture on a shirt to Atlantis to Transformers to Cyber Planet keys to stuff, and I was like, what? How did we? What? What? I just mainly remember that it started from a random logo that was on a character's t-shirt, and I was just like, I feel like we're reading the script. I feel like someone grabbed the script. And since Vector Prime is involved in this conversation, I'm looking at you, Vector Prime. You're time traveling, man. Did you grab the script before you went back in time? Don't lie to me. You have to tell me the truth. But I thought about, like, putting that on the table, but I don't know how long in total the trilogy is. Let alone doing all 3 shows back to back to back. The spaceship guy from Cybertron, Transformers Cybertron, who can... I think he's a time traveler? Yes, he's a time traveler. He's the old fart in Transformers Cybertron that tried to swing his sword at a bunch of people and kept missing. Yeah, that guy. I remember him being involved in this conversation. I'm like, bullshit. You're making this up. I'm sure there's more than that, but it's been forever since I watched Cybertron. Which is why I thought about doing it for TGSR at some point. Because, like, why not do the whole trilogy? Because, like, they're all supposed to be connected in the US, but technically in Japan, they're actually all 3 different shows. Wait, no. Rewind. Technically in Japan, Armada and Energon are the only 2 shows that are actually connected to each other and meant to be sequels, or meant to be, like, a sequel of. Or Energon's supposed to be a sequel of Armada in Japan. But, like, Galaxy Force, which is what we, like, took and turned into Cybertron, has nothing to fucking do with, like, the, like, Armada or Energon at all. And we just had to hot glue that shit together and just be like, bleh, this is the same characters, right? It totally is. Don't worry. It's fine. I wish that I was calling bullshit. Go look into Transformers Galaxy Force. Because that's what we turned into Cybertron. Galaxy Force has nothing to do with Armada and Energon. Well, specifically, the Japanese counterparts of Armada and Energon, which is... I don't remember Armada's Japanese name, but I know Energon's is Super Link. Yeah. We in I guess really translation, not adaptation. In translation, we kind of hot glued Galaxy Force onto Armada and Energon and hoped for the best. Also, we kind of changed the gender of a character because what is it? Is it Override? Like the head person of Velocitron. We kind of swapped genders on that character. That person is a guy in Japan. We turned that guy into a girl because we wanted more female members on the cast. And, like, they're robots. They can be gender fluid, right? It gets weirder when you get into different dubs of Cybertron, where the gender is all over the place, depending on your region of the dub. This is one of those times where I may have took a too big of a dive on the Transformers wiki, and may have read too much. Oh, I just realized Plum was our suspect. Might have to repeat that question. I'm not sure. I think I just forgot. My bad. I sometimes just use we in general when I'm really talking about me. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I will look. It's now that I think about that, that might not be a bad thing to do. As soon as I... This... I'm aware. So I didn't realize Armada was 52 episodes. Or that the last episode of Armada is apparently called Mortal Kombat? With a C, not a K? Okay, that's new. That's something I never realized. Alright, how long are these other shows? Air John's like... And Cybertron is 52. Wow. Or 51. Guess depending on the last episode. Oh. So, not Trenchant or not Doc or not both. Good to know. Alright, what is my... Printing press. We'll go Plum Truncheon and see what we get. That is a loaded question. I guess it depends. Truncheon, of course. Give me 1 second. Let me do some marking real quick. My card. I just got a ton of information. Okay. Because let's see. I would say... Because I don't really have, like, a singular favorite. I more have, like, kind of a group of favorites. Because, like, one of my favorites would be... Honestly, it would probably be Star Fox 64. Because... It's one of... It's... coincidentally enough, one of my childhood games. Because I was a Nintendo kid growing up. It's still, to this day, a really fun, just arcade experience. That you can just boot up that game, play it for, like, 30 minutes to an hour, and, like, depending on, like, how, like, good you are at the game, you can be done. Like, it's a really good experience. Another one would probably be Ratchet and Clank, the original. Because while I grew up as a Nintendo kid, my first exposure to a not Nintendo game was actually Ratchet and Clank. I distinctly remember seeing the poster for it at Walmart one day. Like, the original poster for Ratchet and Clank. Thought it looked cool, and wanted to play it. And that was my first exposure to a PlayStation game. Specifically the PlayStation 2. Oh, I just realized I had weapon. I just double-checked my card right there, and I have weapon. And... shit. I am 2 people away, and I'm, what, like 30, 30, 30 on... Scratch that, I'm 50-50 on location. Okay. Alright, good night. I'll keep rolling with this for anyone who's listening to it. What's another one? As much as, like, the stuff in it has not been... You too, Doom. As much as the stuff in it has, incredibly not aged well, Persona 4 was, like, one of my first big RPG titles. You too, man. It is, I have since, like, seen how much, like, bye. How much Persona 4 has not aged well. And I'm just like, I don't know if I can call it one of my favorites anymore. I'm really hoping Peacock doesn't get this. I'm really hoping. Because a good roll gets me victory here. I hope. I hope. I just need one good roll. And Peacock not to have it. Those are big asks. Really big asks right now. That's not the best roll. But it gets me one of the 2 locations, which... That's what we were shooting for. Alright, can we get at least 1 win tonight? Oh wow, it was gun. It's what happens when I'm on autopilot. I tend to, like, not pay attention to my card as much as I should. Because I might have won this a lot sooner if I fucking actually pay attention to my card. Alright. It's Doc. Which means... Oh, we don't know if you have Peacock. Oh no, you can't have Peacock. That's your last card. Or you have... Yeah, you have 3 cards. Oh, drop my pen. Gun at the docks. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. That's a win. That's... That is not the menu I needed. I need that menu. That is win number 8 for Plum. We are 2 away from having the achievement for Plum. How many rolls do I have left? A lot. 100 something. Alright, I'm gonna wait for a little bit, see if Tommy will hop on. He told me to roll for a bit longer, just before that game ended. I'm trying to think of what else I would call a favorite of mine, game-wise, at this point. That is a difficult question. That is a loaded question. Because I don't know, like... I like games for different reasons. Like, some games for different reasons. Like... and like my enjoyment of them kind of like depends heavily on like the time I put into them. Honestly, Spider-Man feels like the Spider-Man games, or like the Spider-Man game, the PS4 one, would probably be a favorite of mine because it's really good. Like it takes like pretty much what the Arkham games did, where they just went, all right, let's just have Batman in his prime with like an established rogues gallery and just do a Batman game with a bunch of villains and stuff. And like throw some nods here and there uh, for other Batman villains, and if they're there, they're there. If not, oh well. But I think I am going to take a break for a little bit. That is not the right thing. That is the correct thing. Let me put this on a different song real quick. But I'm gonna take a break, get a quick break, get up, probably grab me a drink, and I will be back in just a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. See if Tom was gonna hop on in here next little bit before I got deep into a game. To check. I picked up some stuff on for like the Steam winter sale a while back. I think there's a couple things I need to install, because actually there's one thing I definitely want to install. That might be a new thing to do Saturday. Because I picked up Dicey Dungeons. Because several streamers I follow have played that game, and it looks really cool. And I've been wanting to play it. So I might install that and play that like Saturday for pre-show. Because I'll probably still do like Fortnite pre-shows for a little bit. Like Saturdays I want to change it up and not just do Master Chief Collection all the time. Since I keep getting bad multiplayer games. And those suck all the enjoyment out of the collection for the multiplayer stuff. I'm gonna do single player one real quick. I was about to say, where's my Fusion Dance Wario Waluigi? Now for the speed clue. I guess the collectibles didn't get extras of the Genesis Rider set from Soto Chronicle. I didn't see them listed. Even though they just mentioned in a tweet that they're closing up pre-orders for the Bioman Super Shoto set. And they said they'd get extras, but like once they're gone, they're gone. And I'm like, they must have closed up that one a while back. Or they must not be getting extras of it. Which is fine. I found it on Amazon Japan for a decent price. and I was happy to pick it up and eventually throw it into the box the middleman service I use will send me. Let's go Main Street. Fuck. That sucks. Okay, Peacock. See if I can think of something else since Doom 6 brought it up. Like, what else would be my favorite games? You know, there's stuff I'm thinking about, but I'm like, I haven't played those in years. It's like, one of the games I'd be like, is like, you know, I remember liking No Mercy, like, way back in the day. Like, that, like, Day of Reckoning, like, a lot of, like, the N64, like, GameCube era wrestling games. And also wrestling adjacent games, because I'm one of those people who likes Crush Hour. I should really replay those. I wish N64 emulation was a little bit better. My GameCube emulation's actually pretty, like, really good. Oh. Maybe I should play through, like, one of the Day of Reckonings on stream. Which, actually, no. That'd probably be a bad decision, because we will probably get smacked with a copyright if I do, because of all the wrestling. All the wrestling and other adjacent music in those games. Like, if I play... What are my roles? Jesus. That is 2 shit rolls in a row. Ugh. Me and Nugget? Nugget. The gold nugget. which is what it is. Who Pikachu. So, unless I turn off all the music in those games, like, that's not happening, so. Because I'm gonna do that as a safety precaution, because, like, I already did that once with, like, WrestleMania 19, because that was an incentive, and I was just like, I want to play this dumb, like, beat 'em up game mode in it, but, like, I don't know if I want to risk another wrestling game on stream, if I'm being perfectly honest. Even though there are good in-back ones across the board that I could play. I'd rather not. Son of a... And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I believe if I'm playing against bots in multiplayer, they're bad. Because that is the AI in this game. Well, it's hard mode AI, but still. They are incredibly ruthless. Oh, I did before stream watch Zenkaiger and Saber for the week. Saber is trying to make me care about a villain I haven't cared about since, like, episode fucking 1 of the series, so I'm like, yeah, no. No, nuh-uh. I'm not buying any of this. Whereas Zenkaiger continues to be really good. And I'm going to be incredibly sad if the show shits the bed in some way. Because I'm just like, it's starting good, and I'm liking everything about it, but, like, don't shit the bed on me, please. I'm gonna be incredibly sad when you do. Shit, Blade Raider, you're right. Wow. I just see Blade Raider tweet just being like, yeah, technically all 4 colors of the turtles plus a green color ninja exist in Rider. Also, hello.
Hello.
That did not even click for me, even though I am fully aware of every single one of these ninjas. Let me throw this up on stream real quick. Just so you can all get the visual. Oh, god damn it. Really?
Yes, really. Really.
So, you have Zekros, who is from Zekros' own, like, Birth of the 10th Rider special, who is red. You have Fuma, who is blue. You have Shinobi, who's purple. Hatari, who is orange. And then you now have Kenzan, who's green. That's all your Ninja Turtles colors.
And I mean, if we wanted to throw in like a 6th Ranger color scheme, technically Joker.
Yeah.
Because they have used solid black before.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. Also, I love how we end the show with yet another batch of 3 episodes.
Yeah. Also, I had to change the numbering on the upload.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because guess what happened when I was watching the episodes yesterday?
What?
I boot up what is in my list as episode 39, and it starts playing episode 40.
Oh.
As it turns out, not only are episode 39 and 40 the wrong number or the wrong title, but also the wrong number.
So it's a good thing I waited till today to watch it.
Yes, because I fixed it yesterday.
Good one.
Uh,
Also, I think I realized I made a mistake.
What? What did you do?
I started to pick up Miles Morales first instead of the Spider-Man one first.
Uh-huh.
So I'm realizing now I probably should have played Spider-Man first because it expects you to know the controls going into.
I mean, Miles
Miles?
Morales is technically an expansion to the original Spider-Man game, so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those I fumbled my way to doing pretty decent, but yeah, now I'm realizing, yeah, I might have made a mistake. Oops. Also, I might enjoy the movement enough to where I am very likely to wind up 100% in this game.
That's not surprising. 100%ing Spider-Man isn't too bad.
I've heard the crimes are the hard part.
They're only hard because they're RNG based.
Fair.
Like, you pretty much have to swing around it.
Also, I think my mic is acting weird today.
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, it was looking like it was not actually activating at the right time, so yeah.
No, you sound fine.
I fixed it now too.
Yeah, like, what happens is, because you need, like, I think a certain number of, like, crimes you've stopped in every district. But since they're RNG based on when they spawn, you more or less just have to just swing around or just sit around a district and wait until one spawns in that district.
Which, I mean, to be fair, is not that bad.
Yeah, no, because the crimes are not hard. They're tedious.
Hence why I said that's the... From what I've heard, that's the challenging part, is because of having to wait around.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to wonder if you've got enough time to do it all as you're going.
Yeah, because, like... Well, I haven't played Miles, mind you. I have a copy of it, but I haven't played it because I still want to do it for stream. But in Spider-Man, there are segments of the game where the game literally just goes, alright, time to go do side quest stuff for a while until, like, the main quest spawns.
Out of curiosity, did you watch any from where Tom Fox did it?
I've seen some of it. I've seen some of the plot stuff for Miles, but I haven't seen, like, proper gameplay stuff too much.
Okay. Because I watched pretty much the bulk of his gameplay for it, and I'm wanting to say I've almost made it up to that point in, like, a fraction of the time because I didn't. I was more trying to play the game because I knew the game was teaching as it was going.
Right.
So I was kind of rushing it a little more than I should have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Also, I picked up the movement way quick, in my opinion.
I mean, that's fine. Like, Spider-Man's movement isn't super complicated, so... Like, that is...
I keep finding that I'm completely stupid on the L1 and L2 and R1 and R2 buttons.
Yeah.
And there's no fixing that. I
Eh.
am just completely stupid on that.
Yeah, you're...
I know what button's what. I don't apparently want to hit the right buttons.
You'll get used to it.
Also, that makes it a little bit difficult when you're trying to do certain things.
Mm-hmm. I will update the dashboard real quick.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm trying to put in, like, Dragon Knight the video game. Because that is a thing.
Wait, that actually is a thing.
Yeah, it came out for the Wii? Like the Wii and the PS2, I believe. It's technically like a climax.
PS2 wouldn't be too bad then.
It's technically a Climax Heroes game in how it plays. And is why all of the all of the Ryuki writers are in all the Climax Heroes games, is because they made that in the Climax Heroes engine, and then they just kept reusing them for every subsequent release.
Fair.
So you can thank Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, the video game, for that.
Oh. I just remembered something.
What?
So you know how you do tricks in Spider-Man?
Vaguely,
Like
yes.
when
Yeah.
you're swinging?
Yeah.
Yeah, throw that out the window. They made it easier in Miles Morales.
Oh. I forgot about those after a certain point, and I was just like, wait, those exist? Oh, right, those things that I never do, ever.
I legitimately was trying to see if I could proc the tricks early, only to then, when the game decided to tell me how to do that, realize that, oh, they changed this between the games. That's interesting. It's almost like they realized it was a little too complicated.
But it's update. You ready for me to swap over to you?
I forgot to update the title part.
No.
Piss. Wrong button.
No.
Fixed it. Okay, we're good.
Alright, I'm gonna drop the stream, and we'll be right back with TGSR for the week, folks. Stay tuned.